And good morning. It's Mr. Wagner. Mr. Wagner. I feel like I'm back at school again. It's Brian Wagner, and we're here to talk about vision alignment, how important it is for us all to understand how our core beliefs, our core values should be in alignment with our vision. If they're in alignment with our vision, we'll be able to go so much farther than we've ever gone before. So that's why we have a special guest on today. And this special guest is a motivational speaker. He is a magician. He is a mentalist. He is an author. He is a world traveler. He's a dad. He's a husband. He's all things. Just an amazing guy. So I look up to this guy quite a bit, and he has helped me quite a bit with my career. But I'm sure he's going to help you all with your careers, your lives, and all that here today. So without any further ado, I want to bring on our special guest today, and that is none other than, let's see, Jon Petz.
Wow,
Hey.
Mr. Wagner.
Ta-da!
You sound like a teacher. Is that what it was? Or when you were in school, Mr. Wagner? I should have dressed up for you. Look, you look nice. This is like I'm at the bar scene, hanging out down here.
You want me to, I've got a t-shirt on under this, and I can just wear that.
That's all right. This is it's Wednesday, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I can do this. This is quite all right. We've been working with great clients this morning, and excited to be here with you this morning as well.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Jon, tell us, when is your first recollection of knowing your vision?
My first recollection of my vision, what my imagined vision, I'd say 7 years old. When my
7 years old.
Well, my dad showed me this trick with a penny, and it was like, oh, that was a cool, and I want to be a magician, right? Like every kid, like, oh my gosh, you see that and that was my vision. I wanted to be David Copperfield. I didn't even know who he was. That when I was growing up, that's what I wanted. That was one of the first vision.
Awesome. If you want to hear more, stay right there. Good morning again, Jon. Thank you so much for being on with us today. I know you're fitting us in between multiple meetings that you're going to have, but we really appreciate you being on.
I was looking forward to it. Brian with one eye. That's a great idea. Who came up with that?
Well, you know what?
Never mind.
Yeah, you're great. I appreciate you. You helped me with that. So I've gotten the eye patch is coming soon. So the eye patch have brianwithoneeye.com right on there. Yeah. So you'll get yours.
I look forward to it.
Well, thank you again. But what do you think the biggest factor is in your success?
Relationships and being who I am on and off stage, if you consider this off stage, which I do. Not being, excuse me, I got a mic right here. I apologize.
Yeah.
I guess that's being genuine, being authentic, being who you really want to be, and how people see you, and not having them see you as one person and meeting you after the fact and being something completely different. So genuine. I believe that.
All right. So let me ask you this question. And this can be a longer answer. Tell us your story.
This can be a longer answer.
Yeah.
My story. Oh, now you gave me the full wide shot. Here, let me go closer so you don't see all the booze in the background. My story, how do you encapsulate? I'm someone who wanted to be a performer because I love that aspect of sharing stories and sharing laughs and having other people share in delight and surprise as a magician element of what I do. Also, I was a sales and sales and marketing executive in the technology space, a lot in the insurance space and the tech side of insurance and the .com world. And from training people on that and giving them inspiration, I joined the two in a short story format, where I found the way and the opportunity to share business strategy, to share personal purpose and inspiration, but do so in an entertaining format, so it's truly engaging. And if you look at magic as a tool, the artistry of magic is the art of a human connection. And that artistry of focus versus having a perspective, the artistry of, in a customer-driven business that you may have, having those moments of unexpected, of surprise, of having delight. So people talk about you and have that mind share of you and how you made them feel in that moment. And helping other organizations, clients, personal coaching clients, discover those moments for themselves and design those moments into a customer life cycle, to a customer touch sequence, is a really powerful thing. So that has brought me to where I am today. And I do that for groups and people around the world and have a heck of a good time doing it.
Awesome. That's cool. Yeah. We all love what you do. We're just always interested to hear more about how you ended up there. So that's interesting. Thank you.
Was that a long enough answer for a long answer? I tried to shorten it as quick as I'm like, right there.
That was
I'm
perfect.
showcasing Ohio State today. I didn't go to Ohio State, but I have a daughter there. That's the hometown fave, right?
Go Bucks. Hey, so tell me, what's the best advice you've ever gotten?
The best advice I've ever gotten. Make it happen. Don't watch it happen. If it's, what's the old line? If it is to be, it's up to me. You've got to look out for yourself. And certainly sometimes you have lucky breaks when you're prepared to have that lucky break, but you've got to go make the calls, do the action. There's no magical secret to success and to getting places, and you have to go do the work and understanding that. I think in our business, you'd understand me. A lot of people say, oh, I just need to get a good agent or a good speakers bureau. I'm like, no, you need good product and you need to go make it happen.
Yeah. You need to be good on stage and you need to do the work.
Yeah. And continually improve.
Yeah. Well, that's good advice right there. Tell us what's the best, or not the best, but what does the next level of success look like for you?
And I had this conversation last night. I think I'm after a lifestyle business, and moving into that next phase. I have, COVID shifted things around for everybody, of course, and having that opportunity to do what I like to do and travel to resorts around the world and share strategy and inspiration and entertainment, but do so when I want to do so, and even get paid to do so, which is a nice perk. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. So the next level is continuing to go places that I want to go and share that time with people that I want to share the time with, but at the same time, helping people along the way, both from a humanitarian cause and philanthropy standpoint, but also business, sales, service, executives, helping them understand how they can do that same thing. So continuing to morph into a lot more of the personal coaching, keynote, and that business is still what that is, but doing, I don't want to say working less. I don't think I'll ever retire, but moving more into that semi-retirement lifestyle business. That'd be the next level.
So how has COVID impacted your business?
Well, I think when it all first hit, I mean, it was devastating, absolutely devastating. We saw our entire calendars get wiped away in the course of 1 week. It's like, hey, I know you had all this business for 2020. Thanks for playing. Sorry, we're not staying. One weird benefit, my senior thesis was end user support for video conferencing. I managed the video conferencing networks at Ohio University. That was my job as a student. So the technology we're in here is a comfort level. I was one of the first to market. I had one of the very first ever online magic shows. It's a charity show, and we had magicians from around the world, had thousands of people watching this live show on Facebook. And you should have seen it, because no one knew how to do the tech yet. All the people that were joining, and there was all kinds of issues, but I jumped in early and had the studio. And what really worked was me working with my clients and helping them understand, we can have this conference, we can do it online in a virtual, and this is how we're going to do it. So it was, I still did the speaking engagements for some that were booked, not the first few months, but then we helped them morph and produce their own show in many cases. So it saved a lot of the business and helped a lot of associations still get the revenue, which they needed badly.
Right. Wow, that's incredible. So tell us, what are some obstacles or challenges you're still working on?
Oh gosh, I think you're always still working on, you're working on self-doubt. Like, can I do that next thing? That's always, I think we all have that. We belittle the impact we think we may have in certain situations. I'm working on a whole new program that, and I'm, again, always looking for ways to improve, working with a coach to try to make that new program better. There's been so much that I've written and done, and people ask, they do ask for the program that's taken me around the world, but there's other stuff that I do. So it's a challenge to come up and totally reformat and create something entirely new, but I've had a lot of enjoyment from it. Other challenges, the world has opened up. Well, our country has opened up to travel again. But the places aren't ready for it. We were just in Las Vegas and everything was open, but man, they weren't ready for us to be there. There were so many things, and they're really trying, and there's labor shortages everywhere. I'm not saying that it's their fault or it's just, but I'm dealing with new travel challenges that we've never had before. And that's just a mental thing that we need to get through, that patience and perspective. Is that a fair one to say?
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us, if you can, give us a sneak peek on what you're working on. It's this new stuff.
Well, I use one of the lines. I mean, the artistry of magic is the art of human connection. I feel the human connection is becoming a lost art. And when you look at the next generation of folks who are coming up, I have kids who are in the young teen to, just hit 20 time span, and how they would so much prefer to interact with an app and not do anything. There's hotels and there's that you don't have a front desk to anymore. They're catering to this. And the challenge that I see is having these true relationships that are beyond the text conversation. Now, they are relationships to our kids in that generation, but when we're faced with those opportunities to be in a face-to-face business, environment, how do those people really react, and how do they relate and create those, I would call them moments of inspiration, decision factor moments? It's difficult for some, and it's building those bridges and defining what is the art of communication to different generational gaps and generational demographics, I would say. So some, without spilling too much, some demographics in terms of generational, but then also some true milestones of how we can reimagine this art of human connection.
Very cool. Who sees?
I didn't give you too much on that.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I was vague purposefully. I'm not putting it out there yet.
I hear you.
Too many people take information,
Hey, that's fine.
I saw it on the internet. It must be true. I'm going to take it as my own. Yeah.
Well, I mean, our listeners want to know, but that's okay. Tell, who sees your blind spots?
Who sees my blind spots? My kids.
Yeah, because we all have blind spots. We all have blindness in our lives. How do you get through those?
A good peer network, someone like you. My kids see my blind spots quite a bit, who helped me with that. I had a good chance. This person, actually. Mark Henson had spent time with Mark Henson. We drove down to Nashville and back together for, on a whim, a why not type opportunity. Yeah. And he helped me see some good blind spots, asking good questions. And I think we also need to do that for our friends and our sphere of influence, the people that we work with, or in a mastermind with, or in a sales team with. We, support from a business foundation each day. But definitely family and friends and people who are connected to me on a business level.
You have much like many people. You have so many distractions. How do you stay clear? What brings you clarity?
Getting out of the house. I have so many distractions when I'm in my home office. So that is true. I do. Being more so in nature, or having a cup of coffee. It's strange. I can be more productive in a noisy environment sitting at a Starbucks with a cup of coffee than I can on my back patio. Don't know why, but because there's so many other things, like, oh my gosh, look, the yard, there's so many distractions. So clarity would be having focused and planned focus time. For me, like always, Friday, the first half of the Friday is writing day and content day. And, nothing else gets scheduled. So having that planned focus and creative time, it helps my blind spots, but then also helps lessen the distractions where I'm focused on one thing.
So you're a part of a mastermind as well. They help you with your clarity, right?
Oh, absolutely. Sharing what we're thinking, what we're doing, having people, multiple people play devil's advocate. Like, why would you do that? Because I thought, so it's honest feedback, and sometimes if you don't have that, I guess that's the thing. There's opinion versus feedback. And I didn't write this out, but there was a great piece on this recently, and I'd have to credit it to someone. I'm not able to do that. But having someone give you an honest feedback with how that really made them feel or suggestions, and not just saying, oh, what I think, it's here's what you think, but here's what could be different, could be better, and why I think it, and how you might be able to refocus or have a new perspective on it. So I think that's a very important part of feedback versus opinion.
Awesome. Well, just a note for our listeners, if you would, please share this video out with as many people as you can on your timeline. That would be great. Also, if you're listening live, put in a hashtag live and where you're coming in from. If you're listening on replay, yes, live, and then Memorex. No, not Memorex. If you're listening on the recording, put in a hashtag recording and let me know where you're coming in from. That would be cool to do that. Let's see what else. Oh, also to be entered into the raffle. I haven't said this in a while. To be entered into a raffle to win a free signed copy of my book and maybe even a signed copy of Jon's book. I know you have 3 now, right?
There's 3 and 1 DVD. If anyone still watches DVDs, I just found some. I found a box when I moved. Yeah.
Well, to be entered into that, put a picture. Here's your CD. Very nice. I love
DVD. I was before. Come on, man.
Wow. Sorry.
Go ahead. They get a raffle and they win a copy of your book, signed, autographed.
Yeah.
Much harder to sell it on eBay that way, just so you know. It says to Jonathan from Brian. I'm like, you have to find someone that's named Jonathan for them to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. But anyway, if you would put a picture of you winking in your timeline, and then you'll be entered into that raffle. Make sure you tag me on it and put a hashtag of winking with Wagner and a hashtag of Brian with 1 eye. That would be great. Thank you. Now, Jon.
I felt like I messed up your big pitch for the raffle. Sorry.
So tell us, you're a high energy guy. What do you do to recharge?
True. I play Xbox. That's one.
Really?
If I've done like 5 cities, 5 days, which that hasn't happened in a little while, but there's a lot of activity in my business right now and for the next several months. And it's, if on stage or been 3 days in the studio, doing some mind numbing nothing. I know that sounds like he's 40 something and he's playing it. Yeah. It's a brain dead kind of thing. So that is one thing. I like to work out, exercise, run, walk. That's good. Get out in nature a little bit also is a good, just decompressing moment for me, which is needed.
What's your favorite game?
A violent one. It's not important. I'm not marketing for them. It's a shooter game. Yeah. But my kids play with me. My whole family will go head to head and we'll.
So you play online or in the room together?
No, we'll play it in the room. Online, I get smoked. I mean, it's no fun. It literally is no fun because I'm not I am not a semi-professional gamer. And you feel like if you can get online and you can tell this kid's like 8 years old and they're just wiping you clean, like, no, this is embarrassing. It's literally no longer fun. Yeah.
Wow. That's good to know. Whoa.
Did I throw you for a loop? See, I threw you for like a wow. What do I ask him now? What do I do now?
Well, you've got lots of great information. I mean, people want to know this kind of stuff because they never get a chance to talk to you because you're a busy guy.
Yeah, well, we all prioritize our time in different ways. I love talking to anyone who's out here watching. If I can truly help someone and share an idea, a tactic, a thought process to help them perform better, that's what we're here to do. And we truly enjoy doing that. Yeah. And when you really connect with someone and you see that you made a difference in that day and the productivity in their sales process, it's monumental for us. So it's not that I don't have time to spend with people, but if I I prioritize my time to the people who seek it and want it and want to do something with their life.
Yes, that's cool. Thank you. So I have, let's see, a note from Linda Kozera. There's up. And then I have another note that I'm going to show.
Live from Virginia.
Yeah, right. West Virginia. So
I just see VA, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Hey, give Greg a shout out, Linda.
Yeah. Anyway, cool.
You know what Linda's magic is? Linda is a magician. Linda can get wine out of sport coats like nobody's business. Nobody's business.
Well, I don't think that was stain. I think it's what she said when that wine was spilled.
People, too many inside jokes. They're wondering what we're talking about. Sorry, everybody. I should have dressed up. Linda's watching. I'm like, I really should have dressed up. Should have cut my hair, maybe shaved.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. She'll forgive you. So tell me, what's your morning routine like?
My morning routine depends on where I am, what city, if it's a hotel. I love, the thing that I would love is if I'm traveling, it's being up, I'll get a workout in and then go sitting. It doesn't have to be a coffee. It could be a really good smoothie or juice or a cup of coffee and sitting out somewhere in the sun, preferably looking over the ocean and just writing and having some moment to myself. That would be my favorite morning routine, and just take upon the blessing of the sun rising and having a brand new day to do something with. If it's here, it's getting the dogs out, it's getting kids to school. It's normal real life that we all have to deal with and face with. So that's the reality. But that'd be my morning routine. If it's home, I typically don't get started really till 8:39. I'd say I'm not I'll get up early, but I don't get into the office and go heads down until other things are done.
So when you're on the road, what's your favorite city to go to?
Oh, domestically or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Favorite event cities, I would say. San Diego is one of my favorite event cities. It's just such a beautiful place. The climate can't be beat. I'm a Florida fan. I like the west coast of Florida. I like being down there. Favorite event cities. I always think San Antonio's fun.
Marco Island, Sanibel.
I've been to Sanibel several times. It's not an event city. That's more of a destination, a vacation destination.
Right.
Tampa. I think Tampa is just it's a hot, hip town area. I love going there. Got good friends there. A lot of speaker friends. I'm actually going there. What's today? I'm going there Thursday, whatever today is. Tuesday. I'm going there in a couple of days, and I go to Orlando after that. Orlando, great place. Not a favorite event city. Just so too much traffic. Now there's traffic everywhere. I would say if I have number one event city, I would have to say San Diego. Even Denver yeah.
Ooh, Denver.
Denver's a good event city too.
Why is Denver a good event city?
It's a healthy city. A lot of people out, activity, so you can find people to run with. It's just a very friendly city because there's so many implants from all over. And then you have the opportunity, if I'm there for an event, take an extra day and I'm in the mountains and I want to ski, I want to bike, I want to do something like that and just get that mountain air in. So you've got that business and recreation just combined in a beautiful setting.
Cool. So Linda has mountains in Harrisburg, Virginia. Maybe that's where she is. She needed to cool off after Vegas. 117 in Vegas. So
that's pretty warm.
You just did the spelling bee for Scripps, right?
I did, yeah.
How was that?
It is one of the greatest sporting events that I've been to ever. And people think, wait. I'm like, no, sporting events. Those are athletes. These are trained weapons of the dictionary, and it's incredible. And my role is I host it. I don't get to do the ESPN portion, but all the, it was everything but that ESPN really was live or was virtual. But in the past, it's in arena, spend the week with them. And, I'm the host of the week. It's sensational. It's just impressive what dedication can do for someone of that age. It's just, I can't speak higher of it. The Scripps organization is absolute top notch. and how they support the children of this country and other countries is like nothing else.
Cool. Well, that's good. We're believe it or not, we're near the end of our time. So I have put a couple of your URLs for websites up there. Is this boring meeting suck? Is that okay?
You know, that's there. I haven't been to that website in probably a few years. I don't think that website's been touched in a few years. It probably is very non-mobile friendly. But Jon Petz is all the new stuff on it.
Okay. Is there another one?
Boring meeting suck is fun. That was the first book that took me around the world. Yeah, that was neat.
Awesome.
And I should have done virtual meetings suck because they can.
Yes, they can.
Time.
Wow. So how can we serve you?
Thanks for asking. How can they help me? From a business standpoint, you know, my business is 90% referral and repeat. If you know someone who is working with a sales or a service team that needs that upper leg on productivity and that one special defining moment that has people talking about them, because nobody talks about average, they talk about experiential moments, then I help teams with that. I help people perform better. But I even say more so to help me be a good human right now. Have a sense of empathy and perspective for what other people are going through. We don't need so much, you know, to save the world. Can't we all just be in peace? But look for those moments where you can reach out to somebody else and just give them that one extra helping hand, one word, one thank you, one please, rather than a frustrated grunt. I think we need more of that. And there's a lot of it going on in the world, but, you know, continue, because you'll inspire other people to do the same thing.
And people will struggle with where to implement that, but I'll tell you the best way I think to implement that, and it can be hard, but it can be easy as well, is with customer service reps. When you talk with customer service reps on the phone, they're there to represent the company, but they're not the company. So giving them a hard time, or if you're not happy, letting them know about how you're not happy, that doesn't help. It gives you worse service, for one. And two, it creates negative energy, and we don't want to create negative energy. So feel good about what you're saying and feel good about what you're doing. So that would be what I would go tag along with what Jon just said. So
true. It's like I was related to the airline, you know, because we're the travelers of the world, and like that one person at the gate agent, they're the only person who can help you. And then there's you watch people just. And I'm like, that's not going to get you home any quicker. It's probably going to do the opposite.
Right.
Listen, I know you didn't create the problem with the wing of the airplane, and I know you're keeping me safe. So what can we do together to help me get back to my family? Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Jon, are there other ways where we can help or possibly get in contact with you through social media? I'm an easy Google. I'm on all of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Facebook, I don't tweet a whole lot, but Facebook, LinkedIn, I'm active on LinkedIn probably most. Jon Petz, JONPETZ. And I'm happy to help. I love sharing stories. I like listening to stories and hearing where people are and what we can do to take them to the next level if they choose to do so. Awesome. Well, thank you, Jon. You're welcome. Thanks for letting me have a few laughs and come in a t-shirt today and not have to dress up. That's good. That's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you go back to the green room if you don't mind. Hanging out there for a little bit. You can have as many of the M&Ms as you want. And then you and I will get together after this, have a little talk. But I want to close out the show. Right, there you go. And thank you so much for being on. You're welcome. Thanks, everybody. All right. Take care, Jon. Oh, my goodness. What a great show. Jon Petz is the man. He does such a great job of his philanthropy. He does such a great job with his speaking, his magic, his all of that, and serving other people to help them be better people. I mean, that's what it's all about. So I'm just so thankful for having friends like him, and hopefully you enjoyed our talk today. But if there's ever anything that I can do for you, by all means, let me know. And as always,